Hello everyone. My name is Khalid Hasnat. I'm the country manager for M Square Media. In M Square Media, we represent a couple of institutes, and one of them is Acadia University that I'm going to talk about this afternoon. Before we do that, I would like to thank Edvive and TPNL for inviting me for such an eventful occasion. Okay, let's talk about the Acadia University. That why the student should go for Acadia University. Acadia University is located in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and it's actually not in Halifax. Halifax is the capital of Nova Scotia. It's a 1 hour drive from Halifax. It's Oldsville in Nova Scotia, and the university is founded in 1838, which is almost a 200-year-old university. That gives you an idea that why you should choose this university when you're considering to go for your studies in Canada. Because if we are running this university for 200 year, more than almost like 200 years, then that gives you a good idea that the quality of education that we are providing is such a consistent level and with higher end of the quality. So let's talk a little. Let's go. You can see in this picture the university campus, and there's the buildings are located here. It is in the map. It's on the right bottom side in the Halifax Acadia University. It belongs to the Nova Scotia province in Canada. Nova Scotia belongs to the Atlantic region, which has its own benefits. I will discuss a little bit later of why the students should choose Nova Scotia and the benefits that they will get when they graduate from this particular province in Canada. This is a picture of this place called Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is one of the most popular tourist destination according to TripAdvisor. So more and more tourists are going there because of the natural beauty. It's scenic tracks and beautiful weather, restaurants, and all the places that you can visit there. So it's getting more popular every day for tourists. So that gives you an idea that when the student goes there, if it is a tourist attraction place, then there will be more job opportunities for students to go and do the part-time jobs when they are looking for a part-time job when during their study. That can be a good option for them. At the same time, in Nova Scotia, uh, the population is not that much dense and the weather is beautiful. It is the second warmest weather in all over Canada. So in winter, there will be snow, there will be cold, but not as extreme as some other parts of Nova Scotia. Halifax is the capital of Nova Scotia, and Oldsville is the place where the university is located. We can say that Oldsville is an university town because this town itself is very small. It is like the total area of this town is like 7 kilometer. So that gives you an idea that the university is located inside the town, and then surrounded is uh, area with some restaurants and other companies, and that is not a very big community. It's a very compact community. People knows each other, and it's a very beautiful community, Wolfsville. And it is quite popular for a couple of restaurants. There are some vineyards, and there are some popular tourist destinations is located as Wolfsville as well. As you can see, this is the Wolfsville's overall area. And out of 4,200 people are living in Oldsville, most of them are university students, because at this moment there are around 3,500 students studying in Acadia University. There are more than 15 restaurants, more than 8 park and trails there, and the city itself is 7.3 square kilometer. So it's an university town. And then we go for the Acadia University. That Acadia University has more than 3,500 students, but if you compare to the other universities, which is more than, excuse me, 150-year-old, 200-year-old universities, you'll find like thousands of students studies there. But since Acadia, we believe in maintaining the quality of the education. We want to keep it that way, and we don't want our student number to go high. So we prefer it to keep it around 3,500, in between that, in like in the range of 3,500. So that we can ensure the quality of education, teacher and student ratio, that I will come back later on. That why when we talk about more about the courses and teach benefits that you'll get from studying in Acadia University. In the first picture, you saw the university from the eagle's eye, and then eagle's view, and then you see there is an ocean at the back, which is like 500-meter away from the university. So you can actually see the ocean from your classroom, and you can visit there. 500 kilometers, like 10 minutes walk. So even in the afternoon, if you feel like going next to the sea, to see the water, you can go there. And out of those 3,500 students that we have in Acadia, they are actually diversified. They are not like locals only or Canadians only. There are like almost people coming to Acadia from 80 different countries. And the average class size we have is 28 students max. So it is not a very big classroom where you have like 100, 200 students sitting together at the same time, and faculty is taking classes and no one's noticing it. It's not like that. It's a compact classroom, so students are there. They know each other, faculties knows their student each other, and it's a better, more interactive way of taking classes. That's what we believe in Acadia, and that is why we try to keep our classes in a smaller quantity of students. Okay, this is something we are very, very proud of, that we are mainly focusing on undergraduate program. So overall ranking in all over Canada, we stand in number 29. But in terms of undergraduate studies, which we are specialized in, we ranked in top 5 in all over Canada, which is for not for like 1 or 2 years, for last consecutive 27 8 years we belong to top 5 for undergraduate studies in Canada. This is something we are really very proud of. And in terms of Nova Scotia, where we have a couple of other big universities, we are always ranked number 1 in terms of undergraduate studies. We prefer our students for undergrad when they finish their year 12 or HSC or A levels, they join us, and we try to groom them in a proper way so that they can be benefited, they can have a better career options, and they can find their interest. And that is why we try to concentrate on only selective students. And when we concentrate on selected students and the result comes out, it always comes better. So that is why we ranked in top 5 for undergrad students, and for Nova Scotia it's always number 1. That's a small overview of the university. That you can see there are some playgrounds in the back, there is some sea, and there is a bay you can see just next to the university. That's called Bay of Fundy. If we talk a little bit about the programs, that which programs that we are offering in Acadia, we have mainly 3 major faculties: science, arts, and business. Out of those 3 faculties, we have 30 majors, and out of the in those 30 majors, we have different degree options. Like it can go for diploma, advanced diploma, it can go for postgraduate certificate, it can go for single degree, it can go for double degree, it can go for single degree and a major and a minor, it can go dual major. You can mix and match, and You can choose your area of study. Say, for example, if you are interested in economics, you can also go for economics and computer science major. So you are interested in computer and economics, you can go for mix and match, and you're doing double major, dual major. So those are the benefits that student gets, and they don't actually have to limit their interest in one area of study. They can expand their horizon. They can have the wildest imagination. Like if any student has interest in arts, at the same time they have interest in maths, they can mix and match. And that is another reason are very much satisfied with their study area of study, because they get to choose what they want to study. So, if we talk a little bit about ours, the faculty that we are offering a couple of major courses. Out of that, there is a Canadian study, classics, economics. We have English, environmental and sustainability studies. We have language programs. We teach students French, Germany, Spanish, and there are some other arts programs like history, philosophy, politics, psychology, sociology, women and gender studies. Those are the quite common areas where you can study in. And then again, you can mix and match. The picture you see the below is actually a live classroom where students are uh, doing a class for their anthropology courses. In terms of economics, we have two majors. You can go for Bachelor of Arts in Economics, you can go for Bachelor of Science in Economics. Now, what's the difference? So, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, you can go for 4-year degree with honors. You can go with a business. So you can mix and match economics and business. You can go for economics with computer science or economics with mathematics. You can mix and match your courses with the other subject that you're interested in. And then we have the Bachelor of Science with honors, and then you can go for double major option as well. Then, in the science faculty, you have pure and applied science, which includes biology, chemistry, applied computer science, engineering, environmental geoscience, environmental science, geology, maths and statistics, nutrition and dietetics, physics, psychology. All those courses are available there to study. And Georgia School of Computer Science actually has two majors: Bachelor of Computer Science with honors, and Bachelor of Applied Computer Science. So, Bachelor of Computer Science is a degree what you study for your bachelor program, and after completing that, you can directly go for your career. And in Bachelor of Computer Science with honors, you can, after finishing that course, you can actually go for further studies. Like you want to go for pursuing a master's program, or even further, maybe an MPhil or PhD program. Students are interested in higher, more further studies, they can go for that program. And the Bachelor of Applied Computer Science have a couple of majors. We can go for mobile computing, then there is a game development option, and software development and data analytics, which is one of the most popular subjects nowadays in all over the world, because the entire world is running with 0 and 1. So everything is data. So every information that you need, or you have, or you might have, is always can be predicted from the data if you can analyze it correctly. So this is the course that students are getting interested in all over the world nowadays. Then we have some professional studies that, including Bachelor of Business Administration, Community Development, Education, Kinesiology, Music. Obviously, the business courses are self-explanatory, and then we have community development, education courses. Kinesiology is the science of body movement. So, how your body works when you run, how many muscles are moving, and how it works to make your body, how to do certain exercise or things to make your body more active. All these things are studied in physiology. Then we have music. At this moment, music courses are not being offered, but the other courses are being offered for January intake. Then we have community development course, which is another popular program which has a couple of specializations. The recreation management, social activism, community wellness, outdoor and adventure education. It totally depends on which area you want to specialize under the community development course, and you can choose and pick them up. We have also health science option. Students who are interested in health to study about the health or medicine, they can go for dentistry, medicine, neuropathic medicine, occupational therapy, optometry, physiotherapy, and speech language pathology and audiology. Those are the courses that are very selective and very competitive. So you need to apply long prior to the deadline, and based on the availability and proper marks, which we will come back later on, obviously, you might get admission. Okay, so basic questions. What are the requirements that we have for a student who is admitting for undergrad? Obviously, they have to complete their year 12, any year 12 equivalent degree, which can be in the perspective of Bangladesh, can be A-level students, yeah, 12 graduates can be HSC or any other medium students who are completing their A levels or HSC, they can apply. So the minimum overall average for year 12 equivalent should be 70% for in their HSC level. So if you're having an exam in the scale of 5 of CGPA, then it should be at least 70% or above. For some courses like biology or kinesiology, which are in higher in demand, then your result should be at least 75% or above. Okay, but on an average, the entry can be secured with if you have 80% or above in your batch year 12. Okay, for IELTS, it has to be 6.5, no band less than 6. That is the English proficiency test requirement. At this moment, if you are not able to sit for your IELTS, we are also accepting Duolingo test, which the score goes somewhere around 110 and above. It should be 6.5 or equivalent, so it is going to 110 and above. Tuition fees. Uh, the average tuition fee for international student is $17,884. That is included with their that is not included with their health plan. So the student has to go for their medical insurance as well. And there are a couple of other fees included, like technology fees, athletic and health service, and Acadia Student Union fees, health plan, dental plan, excess fees. Those are included in this package. And all the other fees are also similar to the local students, but only the tuition fees are a bit higher for international students, and that goes up a little bit because every year most of the universities increase their not everywhere, within 1 or 2 years most of the universities increase their tuition fees, but this September we didn't increase the tuition fees. So for this January, the tuition fee will be increased a little bit. So you are looking somewhere around 18,000 um, Canadian dollar per semester. So the average single room cost will be 7,100. Double room is for $6,000 per term, and there is a 7-day meal plan that is for everyone included in the package as well. So those $18,000 per year tuition fees and the dormitory fees is quite likely that you have to pay when you are joining this university, because almost 90% students are they prefer, and the university also encourage them to stay in the university dorm so that they can get mixed well with the other students, they can get to know the culture better, they can have a better understanding and better adaptation for the new and foreign environment and the university culture. So the university highly encourage the students to go for that particular housing option. But if the student wants to stay at outside housing, they can also arrange themselves. And there is a chart coming next that will show that how much money we are actually saving by living in this particular place in Nova Scotia. Before that, we'll talk a little bit about scholarship, which is something that many students are interested. So every year we offer all over million more than $4 million Canadian dollar in terms of scholarships, bursaries, and financial aids. So I have seen students who have received the scholarships up from $2,000 to up to $8,000 as well. So if your tuition fee is $18,000 per year and you're getting an $8,000 scholarship, that means your tuition fees are coming down to $10,000 only for a year. So that is a good scholarship, and the scholarship can be continued if you maintain certain level of CGPA. And in terms of hardship, or if you face any difficulties paying your tuition fees, you can always ask the international office for bursaries and financial aids. We encourage students to get as much as scholarship possible, because that is also a booster for and motivator for students to get a good maintain a good CGPA. Okay, so average cost of living. If you look at the left-hand side of the chart, that is the Oldsville, Nova Scotia, where the Acadia University is located, and at the right-hand side, you can see the big cities Toronto, Calgary, or Vancouver. So if you look at the average monthly rent for two-bedroom apartment in Oldsville, you can get that easily in between $900 to $1,000. Whereas in Toronto, it can go as high as 2,800, or even in Vancouver, it can go 3,200, which is 300% more than the rent in Oldsville. Then goes for utilities like electricity, heat, or water, because the weather is very much tolerable and moderate, so it's not that much extreme. Obviously the utility bills are not going too high. So compared to say British Columbia, the Oldsville's utility bills are going maybe one third. Then the transportation cost goes somewhere very lower than the other big cities, and it totally depends on how frequently you travel. At the same time, we have uh, community buses that runs in between the university and the town every now and then, so you can go for that for free. And then groceries are something that is quite similar for wherever you're staying in Canada, because it totally depends on how much you want to consume as a consumer of food. So if you are consuming high amount and other things, then obviously the groceries will go high, but it will be quite similar then in all over the Canada. Okay, so we have health counseling and accessibility. We do have in campus counseling session if you are facing some difficulties, if you're going through some changes in your adaptation, if you're facing some difficulty in adapting the changes that you are going through, if you are going through some depression, you can go for counseling. We also have medical clinics. We have if you're not feeling well, you can go to the campus and go for medical checkup. You don't have to go outside the campus for that. Those facilities are available, widely available for all our students in Acadia. Then we have accessible learning services like classroom and testing accommodation, one-on-one meetings, academic support. If you're facing any difficulties the understanding the faculties or understanding the subject, you can always go for academic support. There is a group who are there to help you. Then advocacy with professors. If you don't understand something, you can go directly to the professors to ask for help as well. support with grant applicants, and there is option for that one as well. There's some email options. Okay, this is something we are very proud to announce, that almost all the courses that we are offering, which is 200 plus program, out of that 80% or above courses are included with co-op options, some sort of co-op. It can be for 3 months, 6 months, up to 1 year. Co-op options are also included, and we are very proud that we are one of the highest ranked co-op program, highest ranked paid co-op programs in the country, which means our student gets the highest amount of money when they're doing the co-op programs. And on an average, for each term, students are getting around $10,000 on an average earning for per work term they go for co-ops. It can go up to 1 year for professional work experiences before graduation. That actually allows you to get involved with the actual community who are working in the market, and you can. This co-op is helping you to build a network. So most of the times when the student goes for a co-op option, by the time they finish their degree, they can get a job offer from the same company. So that is a good option for you to build a network and build a good team. Understand, build a good to increase your community of people who are actually working in the market in the same industry. We also do have exchange programs. We have exchange program in 6 different destinations: UK, Australia, New Zealand. We have in USA and some other places. The only condition for exchange program is that you have to maintain your CGPA at least 70% or above, and the exchange program can be done for 6 months or 1 year, up to you, so that you can get adapted with another culture, another community, and another country, and get to know and visit that country as well. But it also depends on your visa. So if you are applying from Canada for that some particular country, but they're not allowing you to go there due to visa restrictions, then you cannot fly. But there is a possibility that you can go for that particular those different destinations as an exchange program. These are the little bit glimpse of the residence program, the dormitories. That's a dining hall where you can actually have the 7 day meal plan. So this meal plan includes different options, like you can go for vegan, you can go for vegetarian, you can go for even halal meals. So it's not, people might get confused when the Bangladeshi student goes there. They sometimes looks for halal meals, if the meats are halal or not. So yeah, you have that option as well to pick from. So you can get. We have almost 80 plus clubs and groups. They are actually there to help you and be. You can spend times. There are clubs where you can increase your level of creativities, and other extracurricular activities are there to get involved in the when you're a student in Acadia. We also have sports clubs. Okay, so I'll go for some important dates. At this moment, we are still taking student for January intake. If any student is ready and willing to apply now, we will take students until January 15th. I'm sorry, October 15th, and for the January intake, maybe we'll increase a week, but we can look for something around October 15th, mid of October, as a closing date. And then from October 1st, that application opens for next year September intakes. And March 1 is the scholarship deadline. So those students who are willing to apply for a scholarship, they have to apply prior to March 1 to be eligible to get scholarship for September intake. And September 5 is usually the moving day. Now we understand that due to COVID pandemic situation, the moving has been uncertain, and even at this moment, the travel has been restricted, and there is a possibility that the January intake classes, though uh, there is no announcement yet. We are hoping that we will get back to the university for January intake, And if we can go, then the classes will go as normal as before. But if it is not, then we are going for online classes, and at the same time we are there to help all the students virtually. Okay, that's all from me. If we have any question from students, I would love to answer them. Also, there's one thing that I want to mention, that obviously if any student misses the session at this moment and they have any question later when they see this video, and they come with a question, and if I'm not there to answer this question, the one of our very good counseling team, TPNL, is there to help you, assist you. You can go to their office directly, or you can knock them virtually, and then you can get in touch with them and ask any question regarding Acadia University. And if you want to talk to me directly, you can contact them, and they can arrange a session or for a one-to-one session with me, and we can talk in details. And I can, if I'm there to help you as much as possible. Okay, so we have this question: what are the scholarship opportunities can we have as international student? As I was mentioning earlier, that we have a fund of more than $4 million to provide as scholarship, bursaries, and financial aids. So students with a good academic background are most likely to get a scholarship, some sort of scholarships. It depends on how many students are applying for, and how many what are the result average. But on an average, we can see that student can get up from $2,000 to up to $8,000 scholarships per year. So if your tuition fees for a year is $18,000 and you're getting 10,000 or $8,000 scholarship, then you are actually getting almost like half as a scholarship. But again, that depends on the result. So once your result is good, then definitely you can get better scholarships. Unfortunately, no, we do not have 100% scholarship opportunity at this moment. So, I believe I have covered almost all the areas, but if any student comes with any other questions later on, I think then definitely you can reach us and you can reach me through TPNL. You can go to their office or you can visit their website and you can connect with them. They're very helpful, and the contact number is on the screen. You can give them a call, and we can get in touch with you. And obviously, the expert team of TPNL can guide you through all the procedures. And then again, if you want to talk to me, you can request, ask them, and they can arrange a one-to-one session as well. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening.